Hello YouTube, it is Don Tizzle here, and I am going to be playing some Garry's Mod, but the game today does not matter. I'm here to be talking to you about an insane computer idea, an insane PC build. It's like expensive, but it's not like using server parts. Oh, okay. And it's a bit of a, I think $30,000. And at the CPU, we have an Intel Core i7 3960X Extreme Edition, which is a 6-core Intel i7 processor. At its, oh my god, okay, but at its like normal clock rate, it runs in at a 3.3 gigahertz, but it'll be you can overclock it. Coming in at the CPU cooler, which is very important when you're going to be overclocking. It's air cooled. This system will be air cooled because I didn't have the time to put together an entire water cooling loop. So the CPU cooler is the Be Quiet Dark Rocker Pro. And it can support air and water, so if you wanted to make this thing just run off some water or some, I guess, or some oil, you can do that. You just need to set up your water cooling loop, but that is not included in the build. But headphones, keyboard, mouse, 6 monitors, and a case. That's, besides all the internal computer parts, that's what's included with this build. There is, at motherboard, we've got the Asus Rampage 4 Black Edition, which is a really good motherboard. I love Asus's motherboards. And I just keep getting off track when I'm like opening a door or something. But coming in at the RAM or the memory, we have the G-Skills Ripjaw Z series, and it's 8 things of 8, yeah. And this memory is DDR3, and it's about $503. And coming in at the SSDs, 2 OCZ Vortex EX 200GB 2.5-inch solid state drives. Those things are each $3,000. So if I was building this computer, I'd probably get a different form of storage, because you don't need to have like the quickest of the read and write times that they have out there. I guess you could if you wanted to, but you don't really need to. And coming in at the video card, we have 2 NVIDIA Titan Z's. These things are both a whopping $3,000. And they are Kepler based, so. At the case, we have the NZXT Phantom 530 White. I didn't go out and get the most expensive case possible. I just went based on how I think it looks, and And I thought the NZXT Phantom 530 White looked pretty cool. And it has a window, so you get to see all these amazing parts in there. And the last few parts are coming in now. At operating system, we have Windows 8.1 Professional 64-bit. At the sound card, we have an Asus Zonar Phantom 24-bit 96 gigahertz sound card. At the case fan, we have a Be Quiet. No, that's not important. Kind of skipped the important part, which is the wireless network adapter. We have a USB based one because we kind of used up all the PCI Express on those huge graphics cards. And we have the TrendNet TEW USB 2.0 Wi-Fi adapter. And we have a at the fan controller, we have a Lamptorn FC CM615BK fan controller. And at the monitors, we have the NEC PA3 O2W 30-inch monitor, which is $2,000 each, and there are 6 of those bad boys, which is probably the majority of the money spent on this build, to be honest, because that's about $12,000 right there, just on monitors. Now we're getting into the good stuff: the external hard drive, the keyboard, the mouse, the headphones. This is my favorite part, because the keyboard, we've got that Mad Cat Strike 7. That keyboard is, I didn't pick it because it's priced. There's a lot more expensive keyboards, but they're not meant for like gaming. The Mad Cat Strike keyboard is like one of the most expensive gaming keyboards. You could probably find like better keyboards that are more expensive, but they're not like LED lit, and they don't have an awesome little touch screen to control your lights, your sound on your computer. It's like a complete other thing on your keyboard itself. At the mouse, we've got the Mad Catz Rat9 wireless. I picked this mouse because it's ambidextrous, because you can just kind of set it up for whatever your hand is, like. Oh, okay, so you can like make it so it fits your hand perfectly, because I like the mouses that fit your hand perfectly, but they're usually just meant for right-handed. That mouse, you unscrew this little bolt, and you can basically set it up to be right or left-handed by just moving some stuff around. You can make it for a tiny hand, you can make it for a really large hand. You can make it really hard to click, or you can make it so it's easy to click. It's basically like the Mad Catz Strike 7. They're like both insanely customizable. And now at the headphones, we have the Sennheiser HD800 headphones, which are almost $1,500 just for the headphones. And that's not a mic. And for like a mic, if you wanted a mic that'll make this, I'm just gonna throw that in there before the external hard drive. If you want a mic, you gotta get either a Blue Yeti or a Blue Dragonfly. But if you got the Blue Dragonfly, you'd have to get a XLR to USB or a mixer, but I'm pretty sure the XLR to USB cord is a lot more cost efficient than going out and buying an entire mixer. But this is like a computer that you wouldn't just buy for some reason, because you can get more expensive stuff. I assure you, because there's like server grade motherboards that are like almost $5,000. They have I saw one that had 4 different CPU sockets, but they were for like 24 core CPUs. There we go. Which those CPUs are very good for servers, but they're kind of bad for gaming, because they don't have very many. They have a low amount of gigahertz, but you can have like 4 of them. But games don't support I don't think games support multi CPUs, and if you're just using one server grade CPU, you'd have, for it to actually be worthwhile using, you'd have to use all 24 of those cores at once, and you can't do that on a game, because they only support, some games support 8, some support 6, some only support 4. And there's probably some older ones that support less than that, but that's, I guess, how it works. You can't just buy a bunch of. The most expensive isn't always the best. You have to know what you're using it for, because server grade and workstation grade stuff is not meant for gaming. You can get consumer and gaming grade stuff for a lot cheaper that would work better for gaming. Like for example, getting an NVIDIA Tesla K40, yeah, you wouldn't want to do that, because those are very, very expensive and they're not very much meant for gaming. But you could get like a Titan Z or a Titan X, which are also very expensive, but you could use them for gaming. Okay, so we're at the last part now. I almost completely forgot, because I just got off on a tangent and started talking about server grade and okay, the bad boy, the external storage, because this computer would only have, what, 400 gigabytes for, I think, $6,000? No, $4,000, I think, because those $6,000, because those SSDs are like very expensive. So we have a 25 terabyte external hard drive, and that'll be where you like store all your games and stuff, if you're using this for gaming. If you are actually gonna build this excessively overpriced machine, because I for sure would not. I would go with like a cheaper thing, but that's my opinion, and thanks for watching. See you later, and goodbye.